Gurubhyo namo namaha. Namo namas Sadgurubhyaha Sadgurubhyo namo namaha. Actually, at this moment, after all her words, after this one single picture, my mind is completely silent. And I think the best tribute or samarpana from my side will be just tears of gratitude. And I think it will be the same feeling for most of us who have known Shivakumar sir. Today I have been called for this lecture, but I am actually the least qualified to speak on sir, because there are great legends sitting in the audience. 60 years of friendship with sir, hardcore friends, those who served with sir together. And I would just say, just like how that squirrel on the anilke eppadi bhagyam, out of all, when there is Hanumanji, when there is Jambavan, then when there is Angada, when there is Nala, Neela, that anil got, that squirrel got that bhagyam to sit on Rama's lap. I feel I am that squirrel who is sitting on Sir's lap today. Truly, I'm filled with overwhelming emotions because I have to first thank Vijay sir. Actually, this lecture was to be done last year itself. I did not have the bhagyam. Vijay ji was asking me to do this, and I truly thank you. I would never call sir students as students, like just what Anusha ji spoke. I think they are all devotees of sir, not disciples of sir. Devotees, Guru Bhaktala da enakku paaka mudiyadhu. Because actually there are a lot of teachers for the student fraternity. There are a lot of teachers, lot of mentors, but only very, very few people who really create that lasting, indelible impression in our hearts. Yellarukkum, we don't do this tribute or samarpana to all the CAs who have left us. There have been millions and so many lakhs and lakhs of chartered accountants, cost accountants, management accountants, financial analysts. Yellarukuma nambo in loving memory pannittirukom. We are not doing that. But for a few souls who are actually living with us, guiding us even today, they are very thought, they are very smaran, very remembrance gives us that courage to stand, as she said, this courage to stand before the mic and talk. It's all because of very few souls, very few enlightened souls who give us that power, who give us that hope, who give us that confidence, who give us that energy. And today, I really thank you for that beautiful topic that has been chosen today, the SIVA framework. SIVA, selflessness, integrity, value addition, and awareness. SIVA, it just not resounds with his name, but completely resounds with his gunas, traits. Completely SIVA stands for his not only name, but his traits, the 4 pillars of our beloved costing Shivakumar sir. In the Nalume, everybody who has actually known Shivakumar sir, definitely, I can see that some of them have traveled from Bangkok, from Singapore, from Kanchipuram, from Pondicherry, from all outstations for this single event of just saying, sir, we love you. Sir, we love you. Just to say that. I just heard some of them. I came from Bangkok for this event. Not for the lecture. Just to see that picture and say, sir, we're all here because of you. We're all here because of you, sir. We love you so much. Andavartikahda iniki we have all assembled here. Not that we do not know sir or we need a lecture. Actually, பேசாம இங்க இருந்தாதான் இந்த மௌனம் தான் actually will talk more about sir than the lecture. Nevertheless, all of you know much more than me. Now, I would like to share a few incidents and talk about the SIVA framework. And with my limited mati, very limited intelligence, mapping from the Indian knowledge systems, like what he would always encourage. நிறைய சம்ஸ்கிருத ஸ்லோகம் சொல்லுமா ஹரிகதையில் நிறைய சம்ஸ்கிருத ஸ்லோகம் சொல்லு அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவார். ஈவன் ஆஃப்டர் ஐ ஸ்டார்டட் டூயிங் திஸ் ஹரிகதா, he used to attend and encourage, just like Vishakha sir, Bhupati sir. I'm getting so nostalgic about my when I was young. So as she said, when I was in Yataraj, adikaprom CA பண்ணும்போது, all these legends who molded me, casting Shivakumar sir, அவர் வந்து பார்க்கறதுக்கு he would be very strict. But then, the age difference is also huge, just like Lalgudi sir and myself. Age difference, and the way the sums, the problems that he took also were not step 1 or step 2. It was directly step 12 and step 15, as she very well put it. He always used to give more challenges, pudi. And the madri, sharpening the brain every second. And I was just like, the madri cater panna mudiyuma? Can I even cater to his expectations? And then ஒரு நமட்டு சிரிப்பு சிரிப்பார் if the problem was solved right. அந்த நமட்டு சிரிப்பு இருக்கும் இல்லையா, நாட்டி ஸ்மைல், இப்படி ஒரு half smile, that was what we were all waiting for. அவர் சிரிச்சுட்டார்னா, oh yes, we have done it, cracked the problem. அந்த மாதிரியா, such a serious person, but once he was out of the class, so loving, so compassionate. I never knew he had spoken so much about my humble self. But I knew that he loved me and he loves me. I always feel all these people never leave us. They keep guiding us throughout our life. So the first point that struck all of us as students, I'm just representing the student fraternity, because there are so many huge legendary CAs here. I want to give a disclaimer right at the beginning. I just quit CA as soon as I cleared my final exam with the All India rank. So nothing to do with chartered accountancy. Please don't expect anything out of me from chartered accountancy. So rather, the second part of the topic, from costing to conscience, that is what brings me here. So the first thing that actually struck the student fraternity was his selflessness. He would have had so many lucrative offers for his brilliance and for the level of intellectual, he was an intellectual giant. Medavilasamla சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, அதுதான் டைரக்டா பார்க்க முடியும். He would have had so many lucrative offers. So நானும் இன்னொரு பொண்ணும் பேசுவோம், என்னடி இவருக்கு இங்கே என்னடி வேலை, இந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு சொல்லி கொடுத்து. Actually we are all so indebted to such people. Vishakha sir, Bhupati sir கிட்ட டாக்ஸ் படிச்சோம், Vishakha sir கிட்ட அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் படிச்சோம். And I still remember அவர் எனக்கு தான் ஜீரா தண்ணி குடிப்பார், ஏன்னா என்னோட தொண்டைக்கு ஜீரக தண்ணினா it was really actually very useful. So that was actually the way he was so loving after the class. இவ்வளோ சீரியஸான ஒரு பர்சனா, இவ்வளோ லவ்விங்கா நம்ம லெவலுக்கு இறங்கி பழக முடியும். Generally, no, the legends are always legends. They put on airs, they put on a complete show. யாருமே பக்கத்துல நெருங்க முடியாது. But being such a legendary person, he used to move with, we were the Gen Zs of those times. We were the Gen Zs. See, we used to move so happily, so casually, so candid. Nothing about him was false. அதுதான் எங்களுக்கெல்லாம் ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது. Nothing about him was a false appearance. இல்ல ஒரு ஃபால்ஸ், ஒரு வார்த்தை ஃபால்ஸா, nothing about him was false. Generally when we get to a particular social strata, social status strata, when we get to a particular position, we tend to make up a lot of falsity is around us இல்லையா. It comes on its own. நம்மளே போடணுங்கிறது இல்லை. அது என்னமோ வானத்துலேருந்து குதிச்ச மாதிரி they'll make you feel. But he was beyond everything. And that is the first S, selflessness. Why? Nishkama karma yogi. Nishkama karma yogi. Karma yoga itself is nishkama. What does Bhagavad Gita say? What does Krishna say? Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma paleshu kadachana. Ma karma palaheturbu ma te sangostvo karmani. Just do your duty. Don't expect any rewards and labor. Means the fruits. Don't expect any rewards and fruits. All of us used to mock. I asked Krishna to write CA exam first. அப்புறம் இந்த கர்மயோகத்தை வச்சுக்கலாம். இந்த 18 மணி நேரம் படிச்சுட்டு டோன்ட் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் த ரிவார்ட்ஸ், டோன்ட் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் த ஃப்ரூட்ஸ்னா எவண்டி எழுதுவான் அப்படி we used to speak, no? Generally as Gen Zs we have a lot of revolutionary questions. And then after seeing Shivakumar sir, we understood, okay, after clearing our CA or cost accountant or management accountant, every student wants, what does every student want? A good offer, a good fat paycheck, a good name, recognition, the credit matching the merit. Adidane the today's problem. The merit, somebody does the work, somebody else takes the credit. So credit going to the same person who puts in the effort. All this is what a student expects. But Shivakumar sir, he taught us through his character, through his nadatta. Adu and preaching madri illa. When you see somebody, you imbibe some lessons automatically. They need not tell you do this, don't do this. We just see them, we can understand that they have a bigger purpose. They have a bigger, noble, higher purpose in life. Not just the check, not just the recognition, not just the awards that come to them, not just the recognition or the social status. Beyond this, this man has a higher purpose. We always knew that. And we actually did not know that he was actually working for so many social causes, organizations. Later on in life, I knew that he was connected with the Ramakrishna Mission. He was doing a lot of social work with the Ramakrishna Mission and hundreds of charitable organizations. But when we first met him, during the first few classes, nobody knew exactly how many organizations he was attached to, or everything for a no fee, zero fee. Absolutely, we knew that he was meant for a higher purpose. And now today, if all of us have assembled here, it's one of the greatest things that he stands for, selflessness, that nishkama karma. He never expected anything, not even, sir, today's class was super. Adu kuda kedayadu. Nothing at all. Actually, a lot of our Indian knowledge systems speak about this beautiful concept of going beyond all the material. Everything will come by itself. See, when I actually left everything, I just wanted to keep listening to value-based stories. I never knew that I would be standing here before the mic, before an August gathering here, because you were all here and I was there. But actually, everything comes behind us if we have a bigger purpose in life. This is what I'm wanting to tell the students out there. Of course, the legends are sitting quietly here after accomplishing everything, but what they stand for is that selflessness. And when does that selflessness come? When it comes with value addition. What am I going to do for the society? What am I going to do for this nation, for this state? இதனால எனக்கு என்னப்பா பிரயோஜனம் அப்படின்னு கேட்க. My guru Sri Anna would always say, என்ன பண்ணாலும் we will always ask, what is the benefit for me? Every action that we do, we'll say, எனக்கு என்ன இதனால, புண்ணியமா புருஷார்த்தமா, இதனால எனக்கு என்ன? He would say, put it the other way around, reverse. இது பண்ணா என்னால அவனுக்கு என்ன, என்னால இந்த நாட்டுக்கு என்ன? How will this nation benefit because of me? How can I be of benefit? That is the beautiful concept that our Indian ethics, the ethos itself is surrounded. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam or Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, the entire, everything is surrounded. Today we are at Vivekananda College. What did Vivekananda do? Why did he go to the US? The very address that he did at the Chicago lecture where he was all in. Today we talk of inclusivity. The first person who brought that inclusivity concept to America was Vivekananda Swami. Because the way he addressed the people, my dear sisters and brothers of America, yare oru sannyasi is supposed to have no bandhus, and there he goes to America and say, my dear sisters and brothers, so inclusive, and all the people were just blown by that single address. He did not give any lecture, ஒரே ஒரு address போரும். So now I am the sister and brother that connect. That inclusivity Shivakumar sirke எப்பவுமே உண்டு. It's not that I'm a pet student or she is a pet student, அவர் ஒரு pet student. Every student was a pet student, and they will know, everybody will know that without bias, prejudice. அவனுக்கு படிப்பு வரல, காஸ்டிங் வரல, மட்டமா போடுவானாலும் பெட் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் தான். நான் 100 out of 100 வாங்குவேனாலும் பெட் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் தான். ஸோ irrespective of that teaches ethics, and the ethics, that is what, that value addition. How can I serve you? How can I serve this child? How can I serve this in spite of hundreds of challenges that he faced? அது பார்த்தா கிளாஸ்ல தெரியவே தெரியாது. ஒரு ஸ்மைலிங் ஃபேஸ், இங்க எந்த ஸ்மைல் இருக்கு, இந்த ஸ்மைல் என்னைக்குமே ஃப்ரௌனா மாறினதே இல்லை. And that one single point is what all of us should take home, I think, today. And the smile. Hundreds, this man, you look at him, you will say that his life was as smooth. It sailed so smoothly. I would tell you, Ramar கஷ்டப்பட்டதை விட, கண்ணன் கஷ்டப்பட்டதை விட, எல்லார் கஷ்டப்பட்டதை விட, our beloved Shivakumar sir has had so many challenges in life. எல்லா ஹெல்த் இஷ்யூஸ் கடைசி வரைக்கும் எவ்வளவு சேலஞ்சஸ். ஆனா இந்த கிளாஸ் யூ வில் நெவர் நோ தட் ஹி ஹஸ் ஹேட் சோ மெனி சேலஞ்சஸ் இன் லைஃப். ஹி வில் நெவர் பிரிங் எனிதிங் டு ஹிஸ் ஃபேஸ். அதுதான் அந்த டிட்டாச்ட் அட்டாச்மெண்ட். ஓகே, கிருஷ்ணாஸ் அட்வைஸ், ஆல் ஆஃப் இட், யூஸ் டு voraciously read books. I'm so happy to see his wife sitting in the first row. I have gone to his house, been with his wife, and then spoken about the scriptures, Hindu scriptures, not about costing. But definitely, one thing I should tell you. First times that results came on internet. அது வரைக்கும் நம்ம போர்டில் ஒருத்தருக்கு மேலே ஒருத்தர் ஏறி தான் அந்த போர்டில் பார்க்கணும் அந்த ரிசல்ட்டை. ஸோ தட் one of the very first times that the results were out on internet, even before I could see, I got a call. Shivakumar sir வந்து சொன்னார், அம்மா Vishakha, you have got all India third, ma. All India first in taxation, all India third you have got. He was the one who said. அப்போ எந்த அளவுக்கு ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் எனக்கு சிஏனால, ஐ எம் ஆன்சரிங், அப்படின்னா நான் பாஸா சார், அப்படின்னா நான் பாஸ். He was actually, for a second, he was actually shocked by the answer. இவ்வளோ ஒரு புத்துக்கா நம்ம சொல்லி கொடுத்துருக்கோம். I can see him smile. சரி, என்னம்மா நான் சொல்றேன், நீ ஆல் இண்டியா தேர்டுன்னு சொல்றேன், நீ பாஸா சார்னு கேட்குற, பாஸ் பண்ணினா தானேம்மா ரேங்க் வாங்க முடியும், இது கூட தெரியாதா? இல்லை சார், ஐ ஜஸ்ட், எனக்கு பாஸ்னா போறோம் சார், எனக்கு ரேங்க் எல்லாம் கூட வேண்டாம் சார். உனக்கு வேணுமோ வேண்டாமோ அவன் கொடுத்துட்டான். That was the conversation I so vividly remember, because that is one of your most important moments. அந்த போர்டில் I was in that, அதே போர்ட் கான்செப்டில் எவன் மேலே ஏறணுமோ, எத்தனை பேர் மேலே ஏறி பார்க்கணுமோ, எவ்வளோ பேரில் முறிச்சல்ல நம்ம ஒரு நம்பர் இருக்குமா இருக்காதா அப்படிலாம் நினைக்கும்போது, that call, it was like a life rejuvenating call. அப்போ எவ்வளோ பாசமோ, that compassion and that pride in his student getting this rank, how much of bonding இருந்திருந்ததுன்னா, we have to give that result first to her. அப்படிங்கிற that it goes beyond that guru sishya relationship, no? He becomes an atma bandhu for us. It goes beyond that. So every part of that Shivakumar sir shows that how much he means. Selflessness and value addition always go together. Adan Krishna in Bhagavatam, I love Krishna. So I'm always taking Krishna as an example. So in the 24th Chaturvimshodhyayaha in Srimad Bhagavatam Dashamaskandam, when everybody says do puja to Indra, he says, Krishna says, no, we will do puja to Govardhana hill. Because our gratitude should be to whichever, in whatever, even if it is non-living or whether it is living or non-living, whichever is giving us life, let us worship it. So this mountain is what is giving us life. We are grazing our cows here. We will worship this mountain. Beautiful concept. Whichever I have not seen Indra. I have not seen Indra showering rains also. He was actually talking karma yoga, and there he says, Tasmat sampujayet karma swabhavastaha swakarma kriti varteta brahmana vipro rajanyo rakshaya bhuvaha. So he keeps on saying, teachers, what is the teacher's dharma? Businessmen, what is the businessman's dharma? What is the swadharma of each varna? It's not caste, it is class. Classification. First standard, second standard, third standard, fourth standard madri. அது வந்து you should not have classes அப்படின்னு சொன்னா அப்போ first standard, second standard, third standard கூடாதா அப்படின்னு let's not get into that political controversy. Varna, he says, those who teach. அப்போ those people were called brahmanas and vaishyas, kshatriyas, அந்த மாதிரி varnas. அப்போ those people who teach, here he says, varteta brahmana vipro rajanu. Those teachers, they should teach without holding anything back onto them. Whatever they know, they should give. And without expecting anything in return. Businessmen, they should sell their products or services without expecting too much of an extraordinary profit. They should sell it at a nominal, reasonable price. Politicians, kings, அது வந்து ராஜன்யோ ரக்ஷயா புவஹா, ராஜாஸ் அந்த காலத்துல. Politicians and government should protect people at any cost without corruption. That's what Krishna keeps saying. Appo he gives this karma yoga theory when he was 7 years old. Not on the Bhagavad Gita la irukra karma yoga was much later. When he was a small boy, he talks to his father and he explains this concept of karma yoga. Appo I was reminded when all my teachers, including all of them who are sitting here, also I fondly remember T.G. Suresh sir also, because I owe a lot to what he has taught. Appo he never held back. This is my secret. This is that something that I should not teach. Lalgudi sir would generally say that எந்த வாத்தியாரும் சொல்லி கொடுக்க மாட்டா தெரியுமா, professional secret, ஆனா நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லி கொடுக்கிறேன். He would say that there are some secrets, na, because of that. அது சொல்லிட்டேன்னா அது பிரம்ம ரகசியம். அது they are legends because of that. But still they never hold. Actual true legends never hold their secrets to themselves. They just அப்படியே வாரி வழங்குவா, வாரி வழங்குற வள்ளல் அவர் அப்படின்னு சொல்றதுல தான் அந்த வள்ளலா இருந்தாதான் students will remember him even after his departure. Otherwise நடத்தும் போதே அவர் என்னப்பா நடத்துறார் அப்படின்னு இருக்கிற generation இது. Because we can read anything from any book. See, if we can read it from, usually we did it from books. Now you have YouTube, educational videos. You have reels, shorts, umpteen number of ways to, actually if the teacher is not there, it's a better learning experience in some schools and some colleges. Because the teachers avlo mosama irukum. Anna, by God's grace, I have never had that bad experience in my life at all. Ellarume, I think the difference is not in the classroom, the difference is in the teacher. Abdina Sulwale, I've always had very great teachers. So this value addition, SICSIVA, I la irukra integrity irundha da selflessness value addition me varum. Integrity has to be, it's juxtaposed between the selflessness and value addition. Not all people want to work for the society. There is so much of pressure today. High standards of living. Everybody wants branded clothes. Everybody wants branded shoes. That status, the living pure pressure. My friends are doing this. My family will expect this. My wife will expect this. My husband will expect this. In the madri irukra soonilela how can we really expect integrity? This is where we have to go back to the two concepts in Indian knowledge systems. Satyasya satyam, rita satya netram. Two parts of integrity, satyam and rita. Rita satya netram. It says, Bhagavatam says, these are two eyes of the Lord. Ritam satyam. Everywhere where there is honesty, the results might be quite slow, but still it will be spoken of years later. Still, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. If you're honest, that is what we were all taught, yeah? Ramayanamo. Ramar vande, modalla thotalum, because he stood for satyam, finally he was coronated. Dharmaputrar modalla thotalum, he actually lost at the beginning, but finally he was coronated. All the stories would be like this. It's not instant gratification, instantly coronation, instant success. This is what today's generation expects. Instant promotions, instant bonuses. Otherwise, company matter, firm matter, husband you matter. So he's not giving me instant credit. Immediate pramadama irukku sollano. Otherwise your position is in danger. That's how today it works like that, right? Everything is instant. So otherwise we don't have the patience. But Rhythm Satyam, Chanakya's Artha Shastra, I would like to actually deal with the second part, from costing to conscience. And costing virtues, okay. Let me give that value addition and integrity and selflessness through two examples. The last Margazhi Masam is known for, especially Mylapore is known for concerts, Sabha, canteens, correct. Jalra, Bhajana, Nama Sankirtanam. So, you know what was the biggest complaint about the last year's Margazhi season? 2025, all the Sabha slide and the one biggest complaint. I was really, when I read the paper, it was not about poor performance of the artists. It was not about the acoustics, mic feedback speaker. It was not about the crowd, the audience not being receptive. It was not about people getting up during Tani Avartanam. Not that also. There can be hundreds of excuses why this is not. Prices of the tickets to attend the concerts were high. You know what was the complaint? Canteen la bonda was priced thrice the time. This is the biggest complaint of Margazhi music kacheri season. Canteen's bonda is priced thrice that of the usual regular restaurant's bonda. This is the comparison. Instead of ignoring it, so I was just thinking, why was this bonda price 3 times higher? But I was just thinking, why should the bonda be priced 3 times? Okay, so which means there are takers for 3 times of the price. Costing use So there are takers. Thank you. So finally she comes to costing the salra. So there are takers, the demand supply. So takers na price 3 times the price. 10 ruwa bondava 30 ruwa ki oru bondava vaangrava yavana irpan? NRIs. You always in Srirangam is my hometown. This complaint always is there. Morning you go to the Kariga market, vegetable market, Sriranga Vasis will always say, oh, yenda NRI, vande inga settle ayi velavasi ethi vechirukam paru, every day. Because 25 years back when I went, everything was normally priced. But now, because it's a usual temple town, or gramo or a village, not big malls or not theaters, anybody who comes there comes for Ranganatha Nambarmal's darshan. So normal pricing. But now 25 years later, அது வந்து நல்ல பெஸ்ட் ஷோலையா எது போட்டாலும் வளையும், அதனால வளையாத ஒரு அப்பார்ட்மெண்ட்டா கட்டி ஹண்ட்ரட்ஸ் ஆஃப் பீப்புள், ஹண்ட்ரட்ஸ் ஆஃப் என்ஆர்ஐஸ், ஈவன் இஃப் இட் இஸ் லாக்ட், they would have bought it there. So the complaint would be from the local Srirangam people, NRI வந்து வெள்ளவாசி ஏத்தி வச்சுட்டான் பார் அப்படின்னு. And the same concept to the bonda. During the December season, NRIs will come and flood here, not to listen to vintage classical music, but ஏன்னா அவளுக்கு பிரெட் சாப்பிட்டு இல்லை பழையதே 7 நாளைக்கு சாப்பிட்டு போர் அடிச்சிருக்கும். Nobody cooks in the Western nations, no? They like us 3 times a day and all. They don't cook. இங்கேயும் இப்போ அப்படிதான். Nobody cooks. All apps only. அப்பா வேண்டாம், ஆப் தான் வேணும். அம்மா வேண்டாம், அந்த மாதிரி தான். So here also it's changing. But there they will cook only on Sunday, and then all the fridge will be full of chapati வேணுமா, இட்லி வேணுமா, ரொட்டி வேணுமா, பொங்கல் வேணுமா, உப்புமா வேணுமான்னு ஒரு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் கேட்டோன்னே I was really stunned. Oh, she can make anything within this 1 hour, when it's already ready in the fridge. I said, thank you, எனக்கு உண்மை வேணும், I'll have fresh kanji. So it'll already be cooked in the and kept in the fridge. So இதெல்லாம் வந்து வறண்டு போன நாக்கா. So they'll come for the 6 சுவை 7 சுவை 8 சுவை. நமக்கு தமிழ்நாட்டில் தான் there are so many சுவைஸ். Coming back to the bonda, so price of the bonda will go up 3 times. And then because they are willing to pay for it, so the கச்சேரிக்குள்ள கூட்டம் இருக்காது, வெளியில இருக்கும். And the seller is happy, the buyer is happy. The buyer, he is happy because he has never had this good food. Seller is happy because he has got 3 times. Chanakya's Arthashastra says, the pricing of a product is never a transaction between just the buyer and the seller. It has to be a part of the organizational conscience. It has to be a part of the community's conscience. What will a common man who cannot afford that price, what will you do? You think inflation, இப்போ இருக்கிற inflationக்கு one of the reasons என்ன? The divide between the rich and the poor. That is what we are doing actually. That organizational conscience. We have moved from conscience to costing instead of costing to conscience. That is the reason. So the social responsibility of the buyer to give only what is generally possible by another person who is living in the local street. அவனால 10 ரூபா தான் அஃபோர்ட் பண்ண முடியும்னா, even if I can afford 30 rupees, I should buy only at 10 rupees. And the seller's conscience to sell it only at that price, not overpricing it. That is what I said in the Dashamaskanda. The businessman, what Krishna says, businessman is supposed to sell only at a nominal reasonable price and not be greedy or lusty. அப்போ the social responsibility of the buyer and the seller, not to pay more, not to price more. How will it come? SIVA la இருக்கிற last awareness, vigilance. So from selflessness, we are moving slowly. Selflessness and value addition, they go in hand. And then the integrity is juxtaposed. Only then you are selfless and you create value to the society. And all this comes only if you are aware of the rest of the 3. So, it's a part of his name. And this name stands for the traits. Upon the awareness that, see, just because you can give 5 crores for 1,000 square feet apartment, don't give it. Then what will a middle class or a lower class, let's assume that artificial intelligence is going to sweep the economy. What is everybody going to do? We have to be futuristic also, right? So Chanakya's Arthashastra says integrity, rhythm and satyam. Rhythm na அந்த வாயால பேசுற சத்தியம் மட்டும் இல்ல, மனசால நினைக்கிற சத்தியம் கூட. Ramayana, Rama asks Bharata in the 100th adhyaya of Ayodhya Kanda. It's called Kachit Sarga. He asks more than 100 questions. He looks at Bharata. He doesn't know that Bharata is now the king. Now Dasharatha has gone. He's departed. இவர் கானகம் போனதுமே அவர் வானகம் போயிட்டார், தெரியாது அவருக்கு. So Rama asks Bharata, how have you come here? How did the king allow you to come here? From that he starts, and then Instead of saying, Bharata, now you're going to be the king, you should do this, you should do that, you should not do this, you should not, adhu madri kekama. Now since Bharata is the king, he says, I hope you are following integrity and satyam and rhythm. I hope you have auditors and accountants who are full of integrity around you. I hope you are paying the employees on time. I hope you are also keeping the wives of the employees happy. I hope you are giving the bonuses on time. இது வந்து advice மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடாது. Because now Bharata is the king according to Rama. Who am I to advise the king? So it is called, I hope you're doing this. Abdina kachit. Hope you're doing this. Hope you're doing this. It's a question. Hope you're doing this. Kachit means a question. So hope you're doing this. Abdina solumbodhu, he says, rhythm and satyam are cosmic orders of accounting principles. It's a cosmic order of accounting principle, and it should not be for mere compliance. We CS la ellame compliance solo. It should not be a matter of mere compliance, but it should be of a matter of dharmic governance. Are you doing that? Kekrar Ramar. He is asking 100 questions. Each of the questions will be very valuable. Lagumulam Mahodayam. We are talking of smart work today, le? Rama spoke of smart work. Lagumulam means limited effort, Mahodayam. Huge results in the right way. Small efforts, limited efforts, huge results in the right way. Lagumulam Mahodayam. Kachit drishtascha shurascha matiman dritiman shuchihi kulinascha anuraktascha dakshaha vartayam samshitaha tata loko hi sukhamedhate. Society will prosper only if business is grounded on the principles of integrity. Are you checking out on that? Loko hi sukhamedhate means the loka will prosper only if there is good business. Vartayam na? Varta vritti means business. Varta illa, not the words that you speak. Varta means business. So the whole economy depends on business, and I hope you are taking care of that business being grounded on principles of integrity. This is the beautiful. Of course, he talks of so many things. Mantrohi Vijaya Moolam. Good planning is the biggest way to success. Idella nariya solrar. What we talk of management lessons today, you can take it easily, cut, copy, paste from 100th adhyaya of 100th sarga, Ramayanathla sargam, Bhagavatatla adhyayam. So this awareness, adadane Vivekananda kept on saying, Uttishtata Jagrata. Prapyavara nibodhita. Arise, awake, and stop not till your goals are reached. What is the Jagrata concept? Jagrata nu solluvom illaya? Beware. That is that awareness. Hetsariga. We say that. Paatlalam kuda hetsariga garara. He Ramachandra. Jagrata vapa idichikade. Who? A bhakta is telling his Lord. Tale idichikada Jagardeva. Ramar kitta Tyagarajar. Like that, everywhere, selflessness, integrity, value addition, and awareness. Yellathlume, this whatever has to be on that ethical grounds, the Mirama, if we just have that Manasakshi conscience. We always talk of that Manasakshi concept, no? From casting to conscience. He was a person who stood for that, casting to conscience. He could have easily just kept on earning money. Anda casta inge casting panni, anga casting panni, anga help panni, inge vande work panni, anga work panni. He would have just easy, smooth life. But he chose a valuable life over a luxurious life. So there is a choice. We can have a luxurious life. We can have a valuable life where we will have Atma Santushti, Manas Santushti. That your luxurious life is just Sharira Tushti. Sharira Tushti kuda epalla illa. The bhoge roga bayam. More we have bhoga, we will have roga. Bhoga only leads to roga. Roga is disease. நிறைய பேருக்கு அது அர்த்தமே தெரியாம they have named their children after that. Now today இந்த names எல்லாம் fashionable names இருக்கணும் இல்லையா? ஒரு குழந்தைக்கு ரோக்னே பேர் வச்சிருக்கா. ரோக். ROGUE மாறாம இருந்தா சரி நினைச்சுட்டேன்னா. That's it, because roga means disease, vyadi. More luxury. So he actually chose till the last minute, how can I serve this society of auditors? How can I serve the student fraternity? How can I serve the charitable organizations? How can I serve the huge noble purpose beyond everything, in spite of all the challenges? So I would just like to conclude. It's just a 45-minute session. So Vijay ji has already told me 7 o'clock aramcha, 7:45 sharp we'll finish. Then, so I don't want to go on and on, because I'm nobody to give a lecture for giants like all of you. And always indebted to all of you for having raised this little girl child into this where I stand today. Always indebted. And today, again, for this samarpana, for this tribute, very, very profoundly